Hey guys, welcome back. Modi 101 here, and we're back with another vlog. The last one you guys supported so well, and it seemed that, at least in the comment section, this is something you guys dug. So I figured, you know what? Why don't we try another one? So I figured on this one would be a little bit more specific. Last time was just kind of talking about myself and the squad and everything that's going on. But on this one, I think we're going to get to some things that a lot of you guys have asked about. So, it's basically about YouTube, which you're watching right now and on right now, and it's crazy how we met here. Anyways, but YouTube and Twitch. So I get a lot of people who ask me, what do I use when I record and when I stream, and program-wise, and then any tips on starting a YouTube channel. I'm not in any way, shape, or form saying that I know what I'm doing. For anybody who's watched a video, not knowing what I'm doing is kind of my thing. Kind of, cornered their market on not being able to find something in a chest, not remembering how to do, make something in Minecraft that I've made 1,000 times before. So I've got a thing. So anyways, so first off, I want to start off by talking about what I use for YouTube. So when I record YouTube videos, I use Fraps. Wrong way. There it is. And I use Fraps, basic program, real simple. There's a lot of other ones out there people have used. Some people will use OBS, which ironically I'm using right now to record this. So I use OBS to record the vlog camera stuff. I use Fraps when I record the actual in-game stuff, which, as you guys know, I do more recording in-game than I do of all of this mess. Sorry. Anyways, so yeah, using Fraps is super simple. There are other ones out there, like I said, a lot of people use OBS. Some people use like DxTory. Bandicam is another one. There's a lot of them out there. So the best thing to do is just kind of check them out, see what kind of fits the best for you. For editing, same scenario. There's a ton of things out there. I mean, at a minimum, starting out, I think you can still use like Windows Movie Maker, I believe it's called, to do basic editing. I use Sony Vegas. That is something that I've just used ever since I started, and I don't like learning new things, so that's what I use. The Fraps and Sony Vegas was what my first video was recorded and edited with, and what this, well, not for Fraps, but the last Minecraft video you guys saw was recorded and edited with. So, but check them out. But those are some ones. So I use Fraps and Sony Vegas when I, like when I said, when I do this, when I record these vlogs, or when I stream, I use OBS. OBS might be something to check out because OBS is free. Fraps is not. Neither is DxTory and a lot of the other ones. For editing, like I said, Movie Maker is good because generally if you have a Windows computer, you have it or it's free. The other ones are not. And that kind of leads into the next part. I have a lot of people who ask me, hey, I want to start a channel, or I just started a channel, any tips? And that is the most vague question that can be asked. It's, it's like, hey, I want to, buy something. Any tips? Well, what are you buying? So these are just general tips that I live by. I'm not saying that there's something that will work for you. The best thing is experimentation. So, just get out there and have somebody text you in the middle of recording. Hi, honey. That's Heather. Heather texting me in the middle of recording. Sounds about right. Let's just turn that to silent. Anyways, so yeah, just experiment with it. Find something you dig. The most important thing about about recording on YouTube is that you enjoy yourself. And I know that sounds cliche, but if you're playing a game and you're bored, the people watching are going to be bored. It's pretty difficult to fake it really well and convince everybody that I'm having fun. Look at me playing. That's stupid, So find something you enjoy playing. Let's just go with Minecraft because I'm somewhat familiar with it. But yeah, I mean, if you're gonna record it, just have fun. Play the game. Big thing is keep talking, especially if you're playing solo, because anybody can play Minecraft. There's a million people, putting up Minecraft videos. So the difference between every single person on YouTube is the commentary, is them talking, is what they're saying. Even if you're being funny, or you're being serious, or you're just having conversations, whatever the deal is, make sure you keep talking. Nothing kills a video more than just huge spans of silence. What may be only 3 seconds of not talking could feel like 3 minutes to somebody watching. So just keep talking about what you're doing in the game. If you're doing something that's not that exciting, say you're just running and exploring somewhere, talk about a subject, whatever's on your mind, make sure you keep talking. And so, having fun, keep talking. Another big thing when it comes to YouTube that I found is being consistent. Don't bite off more than you can chew. So start off small. Maybe do 1 video a week, maybe 2 videos a week. Maybe you just do a couple videos that come out on the weekends, and start off there. And as time goes on, build things up. If things are going well and you're getting more comfortable, because there's going to be a learning curve. Not only do you have to have the time to record the videos, but you got to learn how to edit them and when to put them out, and what people are liking, what you're liking, everything all together. So you kind of want some time to kind of experiment. As you get better at it, as you kind of get a feel for it, then you can add more videos. Maybe you go to 1 video a day at times. Surprisingly, what a lot of people I don't think realize is the time it takes to do this. And I'm just talking about all the elements. So I'm going to give you an example of like my week when it comes to this as my job. Okay. So, pretty much my job is doing YouTube and streaming. But I also have 2 daughters that I'm a single parent of, and then just everyday normal life stuff, cleaning the apartment and, going grocery shopping and all that stuff. So I really have to have a very dedicated schedule. So kind of give you an idea. So my week kind of starts out on a Monday. On Mondays, I record the majority of my videos that I record with people. So first thing in the morning, get up, take my daughters to school, have breakfast, do that whole thing, wake up, and then generally, and then this is as of the recording of this video, Heather and I will record Terra Firma Craft first thing in the morning. And then as soon as we're done recording, I go record with Skittles, and now we just started How to Skyblock, just came out yesterday, was the first episode, I believe. That's what we also did, Be Happy. After that, I kind of stop. I have about an hour of time if I want to get something to eat or do whatever. And then myself, Heather, Raji, and Zanny record Ultimate Quest Pack. That's at about 1 o'clock my time at this point. When that's done, I got a little bit of time. Then I go pick my daughters, bring them home from school, kind of chill out, make dinner, hang out with my daughters a little bit. And then Monday night, about 6:30 my time, I record with Krista, Snoop, and Heather. We do basically Project Ozone, and we have something new coming up in that time slot as well. So, and then after that, I have to render out all my videos, which for any of you guys who don't know what that means, when you record a raw video, it's like 30, 40 gigs. It's huge. So you basically, you have to edit it and render it, so it puts it down to a much smaller size, depends on the video, but about 1 gig, which is a lot easier to upload. 40 gigs would be too ridiculous. So I have to render out all, 9 of those videos, and then I have to upload them. That's just Monday. Tuesday, generally, this is my schedule. I start after taking my daughters to school and everything, I start about 9 in the morning, and I record all of my solo content in a row. So, Aftermath, Infinity Skyblock, Tame the World, Clouds of Darkness, the vlog. I do all that, and usually it takes me about 5 hours or so just to record them all. And then at that point, I just start rendering them out and getting them all edited and rendered. Then once again, I go to pick my daughter from school, do the whole dinner thing, and then Tuesday nights is when I record Tolkien Craft with Snoop, and we do 3 of those in a row. So I record 21 videos in 2 days, but honestly, that's all I do for 2 days. From basically right after I get up until I'm pretty much done at the end of the night, I'm either recording, rendering and editing, or uploading. And usually by the end of Tuesday night, everything for an entire week is done and uploaded. So that's why a lot of time you guys will say go into a playlist and there'll be a couple of videos that are privated. It's because they just haven't gone live yet. That's all that is. I get a lot of questions about that. Or I get a lot of questions when I'm streaming that a video go live and they'll be like, how did you upload a video while streaming? I did it 5 days earlier. So that's how that works. Wednesdays is usually kind of a day off, and I use that term loosely. That's the day that I do anything around my house, run any errands, any appointments my daughters might have, or I might have, doctors or anything like that. We do that on Wednesdays. And then Thursdays, it's right back to work. I spend from basically waking up to going to bed, other than stop and eat, I just do off-camera work all day. And generally Heather and I hang out that day on Skype, and we'll watch TV shows and watch movies and stuff together. And we're both that's the grindy part is just doing off-camera work. And generally, I don't even get it all done in that whole day. And I'm talking from 9 o'clock in the morning, small little point in the afternoon where I'll stop and hang out with my daughters, eating stuff, and then right back to it at night. And I'm usually doing that stuff up until 12:30, 1 o'clock in the morning. And that's Thursdays. It's all the grind work. It's all the stuff that you guys hear me say, well, I'm going to take care of this in between videos. That's what I'm doing on Thursdays. And then come Friday, it's streaming time. Myself and the squad stream at 11 a.m. my time. I'm Pacific time, by the way. 11 a.m. my time till about 2:30 my time. Once again, pick up my daughters, do that whole thing, do dinner and whatnot. And then we usually stream again Friday nights from 7 o'clock my time until about 10-ish. And that's Friday. Generally that's Saturday. A lot of time there's not a Saturday night stream. And a lot of time that's just a night that I just sit on the couch and watch TV and veg out. And then Sunday morning we do streaming again, and in the morning at 11 o'clock. And then, Sunday night, I hang out with Heather again. That's kind of another night that we hang out, and that's when I kind of make sure all my off-camera work stuff is done. So I'm still doing off-camera work and stuff. Next thing you know, it's Monday morning, it's time to record. And that is literally how I do it every week. So, don't get into YouTube and streaming and be like, I'm gonna start off with 3 videos a day while going to school and still having a life. You won't, trust me. Yes, the recording, takes a couple of days, but like I said, I spend another couple of days doing off-camera work, and then try and sprinkle some sort of life, with Heather and with my daughters and stuff in between that. So, anyways, yeah. So, but like I said, start off small, be consistent. If you're going to upload, just say on Saturdays and Sundays, upload every Saturday and Sunday. If you're going to do, say Minecraft, don't just do a series and quit after 3 episodes every time. The minute it gets hard, you just stop. I mean, don't do that. Don't try and be crazy. I won't say this. There's a lot of YouTubers out there that what they'll do is they'll do even more grind sessions. So they'll sit there on an afternoon and literally record 10 episodes of a series back to back. They'll just sit down and play the game like you guys play the game for 8 hours and get all of these series out of them, and then they'll kind of chop them up and make them into individual episodes. That's great. I don't personally like getting that far ahead, because what happens with that is if you record 10 episodes and you put out the first one and then someone comments, hey, you should try this, or hey, you forgot to do this, there's nothing you can do about it. You've already got the next 9 episodes already recorded. They're already done. and so it really gives a disconnect between the YouTuber and the audience of you guys being participating. I like only being a couple out, because then that way, if there's a suggestion you guys have, it may not be covered in the next video, but I'll know it by the one after that. If I remember, that's a whole other story. So, but the big thing is to have fun. A lot of people are always asking myself and the squad, and really any YouTuber, hey, let's do a video together. And in my heart, I wish I could do that. I really wish that I could just basically, anybody's like, hey, I want to start a YouTube channel, will you do a video with me? Sure, why not? As you can see by what I've already explained, I really don't have time. It's not an egotistical jerk thing. I just literally don't have enough time to be able to do that stuff. And the other thing is that, when you start doing YouTube, you want to kind of learn what you're doing. You want to kind of experiment. You want to try things and fail at them so you can learn from them. You want to try things and succeed from them so you know what you're doing. And, that's the best thing to do. So the thing is like, make friends on a server, talk to people, get to know people. That's what I did. Everybody I know that I record with and I'm friends with and is part of the squad, or just that whole the family of everybody, are literally people that I met either on a server, through YouTube, through Twitch, through Twitter, one of those social medias, or I stumbled upon them on Twitch. The Beard Whisperer recently joined the squad. We raided him. I didn't know him. I saw his picture. I was like, that guy's got a huge beard. I want to go that. Obviously, got a kinship and all. So we raided him, and he was a really cool guy. So, we kind of talked to him. So I know this isn't necessarily a perfect map on how to do a YouTube channel. And to be honest with you, there is no such thing. There is no such thing. Everybody's different. Everybody likes doing different things. You're going to reach a different audience. But the fact of the matter is, have fun, stay consistent, and experiment, learn from your mistakes. It's not going to be great first day. That's why it's great when you start a YouTube channel and you've got no subscribers, because you can try stuff that doesn't work and stuff that you don't like and stuff that you'll cringe later if you want to watch some of my early videos. Hello, Modi 101 here. What the hell was I thinking? Anyways, guys, I hope that was something that was informative. Hope these are still something you like. If it is, make sure you hit that like button. Questions, comments, concerns, and I know I say it at the end of every video, but I really, really mean it, and I really mean it on this video. If there's something that you're curious about or questions you have or something, put it in the comments section. Let me know. If I'm going to keep doing, and also if you like this, let me know, and because I'm going to need stuff to keep talking about. So make sure you put that stuff down there. So, all right, guys. Once again, I hope you enjoyed. I like having these kind of talks. You guys know I just like the sound of my own voice, so this works out well for me. So, anyways, guys. So, until the next vlog, I want to thank you guys so much for hanging out, and we'll see you guys next time. Bye.